we know why we're here. I kind of live on Pinterest. So when I started seeing reading like blank aesthetic, reading and Pinterest, I was like, okay, worlds collide. I know what I have to do. So yes, we are in fact reading like a Pink Pilates Princess. So if you don't know the Pink Pilates Princess aesthetic, let me just go give you the rundown. Personally, I feel like you either have to be wearing pink athleisure or be doing Pilates a lot. Usually there is an overlap of both, but genuinely, I think either one could be a Pink Pilates Princess. It's just about the vibes, the aesthetic, if you will. So I am gonna do Pilates eventually. I literally have my groceries just sitting out. They're waiting for me to put them away. I want this to have like a variety of things, like a variety of genres, because I do feel like anything from the Bronte sisters is gonna fit the Pink Pilates Princess aesthetic. So I'm not sure which one I want to get yet, but I do want to go book shopping later this week. What I have right now, I've only read one chapter, but I understand why people like her writing. I started Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez, and I'm so excited. It's not technically pink, it's like a red cover, but again, it fits the vibes. So I want to read a third book, but I'm not quite sure what I want it to be yet. So that one might just be a feel it out of Barnes & Noble type thing. Also, I changed the stickers that are on the back of my Kindle again. Really, I just added to it. I don't remember what it looked like before, but it was a different variation of this. This is what I have on here. Got my cute little cherries. This is for Attack on Titan. I don't know if there's gonna be any overlap between Attack on Titan girlies and this video, but I finished it and I sobbed for weeks. Anyways, I have my Chapa Chico. I have Kakashi reading a little romance book because I feel like that suits a Kindle better than just about anything. I've got a little Resand lollipop. I thought the citrus was summery. I've been very like obsessed with citrus this year. I don't know what's the deal. And then I thought this was so cute. It just says Slow Burn Book Club and it's like a little match. It's like slow burn. Anyways, I'm so excited. My hours of labor that I have put into Pinterest are finally paying off. Who would have thought? Okay, this is such a side note, not to flex, but I made this. I did like a pottery thing. I'm gonna put my sauce in it. I feel like that is also Pink Pilates Princess coated. Pottery? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, everything is going really well besides this, but his sister's names? Okay, he's Jacob. Jill, Jewel, and Jane. Interesting choice. But okay, so I'm on chapter 2. It's in his POV, and I knew going into it that it was going to touch on anxiety and that it would deal with his character, and I've heard really positive things about it, but I was nervous because like, I don't feel like getting into the nitty-gritties, but it's well done. It's like not heavy, but impactful still. Does that make any sense? Like, I don't know. It's also, so far, very relatable things, so I feel like I'm gonna like it. This setting is, they're both doctors, I'm pretty sure. Yes, because they're going for the same position. They're going for the same position as like chief of the ER or something. Page 15, the vibes are good. Oh my gosh, wait, there's also Jeremiah. No comment.
control, we're overcomplicating how love flows. High low shouldn't be this dark, broke shouldn't be this hard to tell you I want more. I wanna see.
Okay, I have a very ambitious day planned for today. Just saying that out loud makes me tired. But I have some updates on yours truly. Love it. So the first 30% went by so fast. I was kicking my feet and like, I love this. Then around 30%, I was kind of like, well, where's it going now? Because we're finding out things that I thought would probably take a while. I'm glad that they're not taking a while, but there's a lot left. Like, this is a 400-page book. So then we got to 50%, and then I really felt like that because then things were really, we were moving and things were going really good. Hey, we still have 200 pages left. What? Then inevitably something happened. I'm upset, and now I still have like 150 pages left, but I love her writing. I love her writing so much. I love the way that she writes his character in particular, and I know that's what everybody says when they review this book, but I will let you know that I agree. The only gripe that I will say is this man on the cover. I don't know him because that is not, that is not who I'm picturing. But in this book, they like write letters to each other, and I love that trope. I don't know if that's a trope, but I'm saying it's a trope and I love it. We'll see by the end of it if I'm glad that it was 400 pages, but just physically as a book, 400 pages feels really good. I don't know, it feels like the perfect size. Anyways, I've only recently started putting my tabs in because I just got it. So I think I'm gonna sit down and go through the rest of the book with all of my tabs and underlines, which is a lot. So I think I'm gonna sit here and do that and then go work out and maybe go to Barnes & Noble today, pick out the next things that I wanna read, and yeah. I have this much left. This is like the third time it's made me cry. But it's happy. Oh, okay. Let me gather this. Good morning. I'm about to go to a baby shower, and look, I did not mean to match the flowers to my outfit. Why is that so cute? But as soon as I'm done, I'm gonna head to Barnes & Noble and walk around there for like 30 minutes. Oh my god, please don't look at me in the Kroger parking lot, and it's causing me, you know what, I'm not gonna think about it. So yeah, let's go to Barnes & Noble. Okay, I got a few things, and honestly, I truly don't understand why I've been so anxious, but I am. So there's a couple things that I didn't find and I didn't want to ask, so I just didn't find them. But I did get a couple of really good ones. So the first one that I got was this really pretty edition of, how do you say this? Northanger Abbey? I guess so, by Jane Austen. You can't tell me this isn't the most Pink Pilates Princess book you've ever seen. I got it based off the aesthetics, one. But also I did want to get another Jane Austen book. Or one of the Brontes books. I didn't really know when I was going in. But I saw this and I was like, this is perfect. And the girl, when she was checking me out at the counter, she said, is this one your favorite? And I said, honestly, I have not read it yet, but Emma's my favorite. And we went on a little tangent about that. So Made me really excited for this. It fits. Okay, then this is book 5 of Villains Are Destined to Die. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with this, but it's just like, it's so good, and it's got pink on it, so I think that counts. I'm almost done with book 4 right now. I think I have like a chapter left, or I'm not sure if they're called chapters or what. Basically, the plot of it is that this girl is playing this video game, and it's like, you have to make people fall in love with you, and you're like this princess, and it's actually so good though. But she gets transported into the game as the villain. So this is kind of her story with that. So good though. But yeah, every single page is so gorgeous. Just like so pretty. So then the last one I think I found this on TikTok, if we're being so super honest. It's called It's Not Hysteria by Karen Tang, you know, a doctor. It's essentially like, and yes, it is, we know what that is. Okay, so in the little thing, it says, an inclusive and essential new resource for reproductive health, including period problems, pelvic pain, menopause, fertility, sexual issues, vaginal and urinary conditions, and overall well-being, from leading expert, fierce advocate, Dr. Karen Tang. And I know it's not like as much of a fun read, but I think this is gonna be a little bit of a healing read. When I started to hear about like the lack of like medical research, baffles me. Okay, but I'm so excited about those. I think that's really solid. I really wanted to try and find Girls That Invest. I've been listening to their podcast, and their book is pink, and I was like, that's so cute. I also wanted to find I Who Have Never Known Men. Alas, could not find them. So we've got these, but I feel like this is a pretty good lineup. I might throw in one more, and I really almost did buy another romance book because there's so many of them that are pink. But after the literal emotional roller coaster that yours truly put me through, I don't know if I'm like in a space where I can read a rom-com. Isn't that ridiculous? I don't even think I can handle a rom-com right now. I'm gonna go to this baby shower. I'm also dog sitting all of this week, so I will be in a completely different backdrop, but all of that is to say I will see you later. Hi. Okay, so just a small update. I wasn't really planning on like going through this whole book, but I've literally been sitting here listening to the audiobook version and just like playing Animal Crossing, which to be fair is not the most fruitful environment for getting into a book. However, I think I'm just gonna like keep this at my house if inspiration strikes, because it's more geared towards people that are experiencing issues, and I don't fall into that category at the moment, and so it's like I just can't, I don't know, my heart's just not in it at the current moment. But I think I am gonna sit here and finish Villains Are Destined to Die book 4 because I really want to get into book 5. Okay, before I give you a book update, let me just set the vibes. I have had the worst week ever. I mean, not ever, but it's been a long week. I woke up this morning and I was like, no, I'm in a good mood. It feels like fall. I haven't gone outside to like break that reality, so I'm still in that headset. I've got Sailor Moon on. I'm playing folklore, and I'm having a wonderful day now. I'm so glad. So I think I am gonna do some more Pilates and read a little bit on the treadmill because I I'm almost through I Have Never Known Men. I Who Have Never Known Men? Yes. I didn't realize this. It was written in 1998. I thought it was like recent. I don't know how to explain my thoughts yet, I really am enjoying it. I'm listening to like the audiobook and I'm reading it on my Kindle. I'm really enjoying it. It's almost like cozy isn't the right word, but kind of cozy. And there's also this like mysterious element to it where you're like, ooh, what's going on? I don't know why I love books where I don't know what's going on, but it has to be a certain way. I don't know, maybe that's just me. But let me go ahead and I'll give you like the rundown of I Who Have Never Known Men. 40 women are in this jail cell, essentially. And there's guards that don't interact with them, just feed them. It's all just very weird. And there's one girl in it that's younger. It's a wide range of ages, but everyone is an adult in this jail cell except for this one girl, and she like grew up in it, and so she doesn't even remember the outside world. So like the concepts that they talk about as far as like anything of normalcy, really, even like the sky, she doesn't get it. She kind of just like copes with it in her own way because she's not really missing anything. But it's very interesting. It feels like it's like a social experiment. So we found out quite a lot so far. I really binged it because I couldn't put it down. I was just like, I want to know what's going on. Will I find out what's going on? Remains to be determined, but I feel almost like calm when I'm reading it. It's very dystopian, but not in a complicated way. It's just dystopian in the way that it feels like it's a social experiment. Wow, that was so incredibly vague. It is a pretty short book though, so I'm probably gonna finish it today. I did finish book 4 of Villains Are Destined to Die. I'm on book 5. I'm like halfway through that one. I'm loving book 5. Book 4 was good. All of them are good. But book 5 is like, things are happening. I'm gonna get ready for the day. I'm gonna make a nice little matcha. I'm just feeling good. I'm in a great mood today. I'm so happy. I wanna bring you guys everywhere. I finished I Who Have Never Known Men and the 5th Villains Are Destined to Die. What a great day, because both of those books I really ended up enjoying. I Who Have Never Known Men, I still don't really know how to describe it. It was like very monotonous, but in a way that I liked. And I feel like if I were to have read this at a different point in time, maybe I wouldn't have liked it as much. I did partially do the audiobook, so I think that helped it not feel super slow. And I did really enjoy the audiobook, so I would recommend listening to it if you want to. I don't know. I will not spoil the ending, but that's how I feel. But loved it. And then the 5th, Villains Are Destined to Die. Like, this is a 5-star series to me, but this one was like another 5-star book in that series. I feel like this one in particular had more of an intention with color schemes on each page. So even like each chapter I feel like was very intentional for the color scheme. So I really appreciate that. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna give them both 5 stars. 5 stars, 2 5 stars in one day. How crazy. So I wanted to start the Jane Austen book. I did open it, and like the first fourth, if not the first third of the book, is just an intro from the publisher. I'm not gonna lie, I am a little intimidated, but I've read her books before and I love them, so I don't know why I feel like that, so I just need to start it. read the first 2 chapters, but I'm gonna explain the intro, I guess, in a way that I can explain it. Also, if you get intimidated by classics, I like to put the audiobook on while I read it and like follow it. But anyways, basically there's this girl, Catherine, and she's got like 9 siblings, and she's pretty average and normal. She grew up very tomboy, very much a play in the dirt type gal. Me too. And then she turns like 15 and she starts to get a little bit more, I don't want to say girly, but like, sure. And she's not interested in any of the boys that she lives around. Basically, someone comes around and they're like, you should come to Bath, the city, and we'll take you to balls. And like, the way I'm picturing it is like in Bridgerton, when it's like your first season and you're telling the public that you're eligible for marriage. So she goes to this ball and it's boring. She doesn't know anyone there, and her like mentor girl that brought her doesn't know anybody. And so she's walking around this ball and she's like, girl, this is so awkward. We don't know anyone. It feels kind of like we're crashing the party. And the lady keeps being like, yeah, this is so awkward. I wish you could dance with somebody. Sorry, I don't know anyone. Great. And that's where I left off on chapter 2. So we'll see what comes with chapter 3. I'm just so obsessed with what this book looks like. I can't stop looking at it. Good morning. I'm getting ready for work. I made myself an espresso. It's not as good as the one yesterday. I wanted to talk to you guys because I wanted to give a little update on, pretty sure it's Northanger Abbey. So it sounds like it would be 2 words, but it's not. I'm getting whiplash, okay? But not in a bad way. This book is so much reminiscent of Bridgerton to me. The drama. There's so much drama going on. I feel like usually in classics not a lot happens, but in here I'm following the plot, and it's juicy. It's broken up into 2 volumes. It's about half and half. I have started volume 2, and she does not go to Northanger Abbey until volume 2. I'm very curious. I'm not really sure where this is going. I've had some suspicions that were wrong. I've had some suspicions that I convinced myself were wrong and then ended up being right, but not in the way that I thought they were. And right now we're like potentially mid-scandal, but we don't know. If it's actually a scandal, I don't know. I don't know if I mentioned this already. I don't know if I was to this part yet the last time I caught up with you guys, but there is this one moment where she goes in. She goes a little bit meta and basically complains about people that say they don't like novels, and they're either lying or they're just trying to make themselves look smarter. Honestly, I'm expecting to probably finish this today. Okay, it's the next day. I'm finishing it before I have to go to work. I was making sure I was on the right chapter. Spoiled it. Spoiled the ending for me. Literally the first line of the next chapter. R.I.P. To me, not to any of them. To me. I've been waiting for this the whole time, thank goodness. I finished it. Good morning, by the way. I actually really loved this. So I did spoil the end for myself. That was exactly what the rest of what I had to read, that like chapter and a half, that's what it was about. It was still kind of, I don't want to say abrupt, because that is what we were leading up to, like the whole book kind of. But I thought we would get a little bit more detail with it instead of just saying like, it happened. But that's okay, because like the journey matters. It reminded me of what that age feels like. And I don't know if it ever says her age, but I'm assuming that she's like a teenager. So I was just like, I would've been nosy too. Kind of feels weird to rate a classic. So I'm gonna give it 2 ratings. I'll give it a 4, but for a classic, I feel like it was a 5-star. Also, I will forever be obsessed with this edition. I cannot wait to put this on my, I always call it my bookshelf, but that's not really what it is. I'm ready to put it on my pile. But also I went back to Barnes & Noble and I did find, I always mess up the title of this book, I Who Have Never Known Men. So also another one that I'm very excited to put onto my little pile. I was really hoping that this was the edition they were gonna have because the other covers of this book I do kind of think are ugly, but this one's cool. It's not exactly, it's not a fall read, but it's a book I would read in the fall. Okay, so these are the 4 books that we read during this. Why is it so dark? I'm just noticing this. That's kind of better, is it? Anyways, these are the 4 books that we read for our Pink Princess Pilates aesthetic. And honestly, I think it went really well. This, you're joking. One of my new favorite books. All of them. All of them were above 4 above. Yeah, that was successful. Okay, well, I will see you guys later. It is raining for the first time, it feels like, in forever. So I'm gonna go enjoy a cozy little day.